sign in. Public comments are important to the board. However, it is customary not to respond on issues until time has been taken to gather information and discuss all options. Lack of action or response at the time of comment does not imply lack of interest in the issues brought to the board. We have here a Mr. Steve Balich.
You just good? Yeah, wherever you're comfortable, Mr. Balich.
Well, my name's Steve Balich. I'm the Township Supervisor of Homer, and I'm on the county board. I'm the Republican leader there. And when you talked about HB 4636, if you could let me know when you get those things by sending me email, I'll call our lobbyist up when I go home and tell them that he should be working on it. The county hasn't brought it up. And in the past, we had a lot of discussion for months about it, and our county assessor was really involved with getting the last one passed. I don't know what's going on, why we weren't even told, but it seems like it might be a little late. But I wish, when this stuff comes up, don't hesitate to email me, because I'll make sure it gets addressed at the county level through our lobbyists, which is another source that you guys can use, because we touch all the same state reps and state senators. So that's, important. But what I came up here to talk about was that the tax bills came out, and our township is getting inundated with people that are really frustrated, because some people went up. If you have a big giant house, they went up a real lot, but most of the houses are going up between $800 and $1,000. That's a lot of money. And the schools, not just this one, all the schools combined, it's about 70% of the tax bill. So it's problematic. I listened to what you said about cutting and doing the best you can. Well, there's a movement out there that may take shape and actually happen, where we can take Lincoln Way has 4 schools, and Lincoln Way is at 50% capacity. And what they did is they went and built schools, but then there was a decline in enrollment, a big decline, which I don't know if you're gonna see that here or not, but people are having less babies. And, so I don't have the statistics to give you the exact numbers, but there's a decline in children. So I don't know when that's gonna hit here. It hit in New Lenox, and they're at 50%. Those people are paying taxes for 4 high schools at 50%. So there's a movement to disconnect part of Lockport High School School District, the southeastern part of Homer Township, or Homer Glen, or whatever, and move that to Lincoln Way. And that would take a whole big section of, I don't know the exact streets, but the idea is to take a bunch of people, children, high school kids, from that area, move them to Lincoln Way School District, and that frees up this school district, so you don't have to renovate anything. You'd have less kids, a lot less kids. So that's just something I didn't hear anybody talk about, but I think it's an important discussion, because when you look at years to come, with the decline of families having kids, are we going to just keep with same districts and run them at 50% or 25% or whatever, when we should be combining? The Catholic Church has a movement right now in Joliet. It's going to hit this year. They're going to combine, if I remember right, it was 17 churches into 7. And why are they doing that? Because enrollment's going down. So the same thing here, when we're talking about renovating, I'm not on the board, and I just listen to people. I don't get a chance to come often, but I can see a lot of different things that other people aren't, maybe. And I don't mean I'm right, but I'm just saying I think it's important for the board to recognize that doing something like that, redistricting and getting some of the load off of here and putting it somewhere where there's way less is a good idea. Would help it'll help them and it'll help us. You know, so, and it might be where, you know, like Romeoville in the past, you know, I don't know that area, but maybe in Romeoville, if that school's overcrowded, they can move something into Bolingbrook. You know, I mean, maybe that's something we should all look at as districts. You know, and at one time I was thinking about combining all the districts, you know, when I probably spoke here about it. But from what I can see, if we just kind of like work together with some of these districts, it'll be more beneficial yet, because we'll be able to save a lot of money. You'd have the same school, you'd have the same superintendent, you have the same board, you just have less kids. And that's not a problem, because we love kids, but the problem is, where do we put them? You know, and then when you have less kids, it also increases the value of your education, because you're not so overcrowded. So I'd like you guys just to consider what I said, because I think it's a very viable option. Pardon?